What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot Ed, and today we have in front of you from Action Toys the Machine Robo Revenge of Chronos Blue Jet. Now, if you're familiar with Machine Robo, this came out in 1986, which came out a few years after Gobots. This Transformer, oh my goodness, Gobot here, or Machine Robo, is known as Fitor in America, but in Japan he is known as Blue Jet, but he is red. He is friends with Rom Stoll and Raina Stoll, and he hangs out with Rod Drill, which is another one I need to pick up. Why am I so behind on these toys? Well, anyway, I am a big fan of Machine Robo, and to the credit of Gobots, a lot of people are saying, well, you know, Gobots was the replacement for Machine Robo, but the cartoon itself didn't come out until a few years after Gobots. I believe Gobots is 1983. Because a lot of you are probably too young to remember when Gobots came on, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So in Japan, Blue Jet is kind of like, you could say, if you don't put Rom Stoll in all the robots to form Viking Fu, then he would be second to him as far as swordsmanship. He's very, calm, ready to fight, and very capable warrior. So he's not a young hothead. People, if you didn't watch the show, you probably don't know about it. But no, Blue Jet's nobody. He's no slouch. Let's just put it that way. That's just how I am, because the packaging is very nice. It's something you don't want to throw away. All right, and this is official product too, so it's not third party or anything. So basically what you get in the box is you get the figure, the instructions, which you kind of don't need it, but you get this nice stand, of course, which we will put together. I probably won't do it on camera, but you get the parts to make the stand, and the stand is kind of heavy. It's like nice plastic material, and of course you get Blue Jet, and like I said, we'll do some size comparison so you can know how big he is, but it's based on more of the anime of Machine Robo Revenge of Chronos, so he has that animated look. He's a young warrior, so. But you get the two swords. Now you get the extra long piece. Now I know with Fitor, he was just, had a really short head, which you can still do that transformation, but because of the length of the rest of the body, it looks really weird compared to the original Gobot. And I wish I could find him. I have him, but he's somewhere in this a million boxes, and I'm not digging through 20 boxes just to show it off. Maybe one day, but not today. It would take too long, and I'd rather spend the rest of my 3-day weekend enjoying, doing some reviews and, maybe catching up on some Gundam and some more toy live streams. But comes with the extra nose cone, which makes him, how in anime everything has to look oddly proportioned, and that's what that does. And it also turns into two sheaves for the swords, which are pretty cool, but he doesn't really carry them like that in the cartoon or anything. And these, of course, are the plugins for it to sit on the stand and everything. All right, so we're gonna come back, and we're gonna start showing off the robot, go into transformation, and I'll just let you know how I feel about everything, and we'll be right back. All right, we got him out the package. Here he is, Blue Jet. And I want to say this thing is nice. There's some die-cast metal in the thighs and legs here. High quality plastics. So these are very nice plastics. And the articulation goes like this. The arm does do, that. Has a bend here. That's all you're going to get. Does swivel in and out though. The shoulders can move inward here due to the transformation, but not outward. The head can spin 360, so you can see like if he was just fighter head there. It's a waist swivel, which he does a 360. Alrighty, and he's got let's look at the legs here. So they go up to here, they do bend, and there's a nice little like clicky ratchet there. You can see it there. And then the leg, of course, goes back to here, and that's as far as it's going to go. So, just keep that in mind. He does have ab crunch. He has feet swivel, but make sure the feet are pivoted at this position or he won't stand. That is a problem. Other than that, though, he does look like the anime Blue Jet, not the Fitor from Gobots. And from the back, he's got that. You can see elements of Fitor, but he's Blue Jet. And I gotta say, there are some other parts here that kind of, if you lift up that, and if you lift this part transformation, if you lock it in place, he can get a more cohesive back. Legs can go back a little bit, but that's gonna hinder your waist swivel. And can he do the splits? I think he can. Let's see if he can. I don't know. I know everybody's wanting to see the splits. But yeah, he can do the splits. You gotta be careful with some of the small parts because they do come off. But yeah, he's gotta, if that's what you want to do, that's the thing you want to see. Yeah, he got that. And like I said, the feet do swivel, so they do pivot. This is very nice. I mean, I wish it was bigger, but he is quite small. And so these are the weapons that he has. He has 2 swords. Also, these parts right here can come out. These are part of the transformation of where the sword would go. And if you want to just take them out, it does leave them kind of with a hole, but you can take it out. I don't really want to lose any parts of this thing, so I leave them in. But yeah, you can do that. And then, of course, the swords go in his hand like so. And there's one. I think he usually has one. I never seen him with 2 swords in the anime. And I've watched his anime thoroughly because there's a lot of other Machine Robo toys that we never got in America that are in the show. And, the 5-man team, a lot of people think of the power suits from Gobots, but no, it's a different version, completely different than, it's like a Gestalt. It's not like how in the original Gobots he had power suits. I'm not gonna go into all that, but if you watch the anime, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Like it's pretty cool. And then of course you can put the second sword in his hand, and you can do poses. Like hey, look at me, I'm gonna slice you and dice you and things, and it's nice, man. It's really nice. Like really, you gotta experience it for yourself if you're a fan of Machine Robo. If you're not a fan of Gobots, because I know Transformer collectors shy against Gobots, then this is not for you. The other things is that the front nose cone splits in half. So I've heard reports about this part breaking, so that's why I didn't do it on camera. But the jet half becomes sword sheaths. So what you can do, if you look back here, there's going to be a piece of plastic, and you take this and you just plug it into there, and you do the same on the other side. They have to go in this way. They don't go in the other way because the swords are going to go in that way. So it's not like you have any parts that are going to be, hanging around and things. And then what you can do is take the swords out of his hand and put them in like this. I think that's as far as they go. So you can have that, I'm awesome, sword. I think they go this way. I'm back, check with my friend. He said, no, that's as far in as they go. And I'm like, really? Well, anyway, that's what they look like. And basically that's about the size of it from the side. He never did this in the show, but, he is one of my favorite characters. Fitor and Gobots was cool, too. Watch the episode he's in, trust me. He's pretty cool. But, this is just icing on the cake. This is going to be one that people sought out because he's a main character. See, up until now, they were producing even I think Eagle Robos, the Bike Robo, all of them. They are minor characters. Drill is a major character, and who else is a major character? Not the missile guy. They only show up in like a few episodes, but they're just Gobots in here over our side. But nah, he's a major character in the show. Major character. He's one of the main heroes of the cast. And let's do some size comparisons before we do the jet mode. And he is small. So I'm going to get like a normal size deluxe just so you can see how small he is. And there's Smokescreen, Earthrise Smokescreen. And you can see like he's smaller than him. Let's see, who else do we have? And I'll even get somebody smaller, and then we'll go even smaller. That way we can get an idea of size. Here's Huffer, you know, who is still substantially larger in a way. But if you want somebody that would probably be close to him in size, he would probably be Bumblebee. And actually, Bumblebee's shorter than him, so that means Cliffjumper's shorter than him. And it could just be because of the head, you know, that makes him shorter. And that could be the case. So let's take a good look at him side by side. Just to give you an idea of size, he is roughly a small deluxe size. I wish he was bigger. I'm just not I'm nitpicking. I'm just saying because relatively he's a human. He's walking around with a humanoid. So yeah, they're like the same size. So they're not big. You know what I'm saying? So no, they're not. So I'm gonna go and do some transformations, and I'm gonna make a decision if I'm gonna do it on or off screen. And be prepared for that in 2 and 2. All right, and we're back. I've taken everything off, and we're gonna do the transformation. Wish me luck. This day is not quite that easy. But first things first, you want to put this back together. And this piece right here, this hook. Let me knock him down for a second. I want to show you this hook. That hook, you don't want to break that. I mean, it won't do anything, but you don't want to break it just because of the fact that if you do, it's kind of hard to put it. It slides in there, and then you just kind of press it together. And this is going to be the extra nose cone. That's going to go in. And we're going to put the swords off of here for now. And let's get into transformation. So first things first, I always rotate the arms up. The next thing you're going to do is, and this is really tricky, like I didn't realize this in the beginning, but the feet just kind of lock in. I believe they kind of lock in right here. You'll see the feet kind of lock in. Oh, I hate that. God, I hate that. It's just so not satisfying. But they're there for a purpose because they're boosters in here. Then the next thing you want to do is lift these up. These do come off a lot, so just be forewarned of that. And this part right here in the back needs to flip inward. That kind of keeps them, I guess, from twisting around and things in transformation. And then the legs, they do go together like that. And then what you want to do is push them in. No, it's not like, yeah. Oh, hold on, I forgot one part. You got to open these up. Let me open them up first. I forgot. I've only transformed this once, so just keep that in mind. That's important. So you gotta. This is so scary because I thought I was gonna break them the first time. And make sure these are, you know, up, and then everything should just slide in. And then what you want to do is, oh, I forgot. Let me slide those down. Is rotate these little parts here, and they'll fold into the chest. So there's the whole. See, there's a hole right there. See that hole? And this part you just twist up this way, and just make sure they fit in. So I'm gonna have to kind of do it off the camera. So now you got that in. These are the parts that kind of will give you a problem if you don't know, and I had to remember that during transformation. And then you just kind of slide it in, and they're supposed to stay together. Well, it doesn't work for me for some reason. Well, once you slide it up, it's like the original Fitor basically, and you don't do anything with the head. What you want to do, I keep the arms like this and just fold them in place. And there's a locking mechanism, not locking, but there's a tab right there. And you just tab it in. Why do I fold these up? You'll see why in a minute. And you want to do the same thing on this side. You just want to, I keep them folded up. I keep the arms folded. Now this is just what I do. You can do it differently. You can do it any way you want. But that's just to keep everything secure. So then when you look at it, you know that you need to fold the arms out to here. Now you can fold the whole arm, or you can do it this way, and just fold the hands down. The same thing on the other side. These need to be out here. So I prefer to fold them here, because I mean, as I know in an instruction, I think it says you're supposed to fold it out all the way, but you know, I just do it that way, you know, because the way that everything sits. And the next thing you want to do, now that we're in the, and that would be the nose cone of the original Fitor, and you want to open up these legs, I mean wings, and you open them up like that. See, they open up here. Then you want to open up the other side. And I'm pretty much sure I got these pushed up all the way. They can't go up anymore. I always feel like they should, the thrusters should come out further, but no, they don't. That's it. And what you want to do is fold this down, and it's going to lock. This part will lock in there. So let's try to see, you can see it. And you just kind of fold it down, and you'll see it right there. You can see it. And the same thing on the other side. You just want to fold it down, and you pretty much got the transformation. This is what he looks like in the show. And I always think like I'm doing it wrong, like I don't have everything pushed in all the way, but yeah, that's it. Now what you're supposed to do after that, and you just want to make sure, you know, these are metal. These are like metal. It's pretty much, and I could be wrong on why I got my fist like that. I wish the fist had retract, but I think do they go in that? No, they don't go in there. I didn't really say they're supposed to do that. So you got Fitor, basically. This is how Fitor look in the show. I mean, as a toy. You know, he looked just like that. You know, it's and that's the back of the jet. But what you're gonna do next is, because the way that they made it designed, he's supposed to look how he looks in the anime. You're gonna see these two tabs in the front right here, and they're just gonna kind of go in, and they have to go in at the right position. So be forewarned of that. You will fight. You will fight. Yes, you will fight this. This is the part that I don't like, but it's needed. And you have to line it up just so. And yes, it does come apart when you try to do it, but once you get it in, it corrects itself, and you have Jet. That's basically what he says in the show. Jet. And it's a nice looking, just anime-ish jet. And when he transforms, it's like, he literally just folds up and just goes just like that. And the cool thing is, you could take the swords and slide them in like this. I think that's as far as they go. And you can do the same thing on the other side if you want to. And I don't know how I got mine to slide up further, but it's supposed to, I think it's supposed to lock right there. I did it before, I slid it in the first time, but you know, you can have them do the flying jet with swords. Flying jet with swords. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's a very just over arrowy type of jet. But it's nevertheless a cool jet. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's really nice. You know, you could put it on the stand and everything. And I just wanted to show them off on the stand. The stand has multiple parts that you can use. You know, you can use like a longer arm for the robot mode, but for the jet mode, you probably just want to use one arm. And it's held in by screws, and it's these parts right here. And like I said, he's typically, like I said, he's roughly the same size as, you know, as Bumblebee is, you know, as, like I say, he's a small deluxe or thing. So yeah, he's tiny. You could probably put him with your and he pegs in right here. It's not a very strong connection. It just kind of goes in right there. But you could kind of put him with your let's just straighten out the arms real quick. You could kind of put him with your mini bots. You can make him like a mini bot, he would kind of fit in that size, and just so you can see it right here. I mean, that's where he fits. Like, if you take the nose cone off, he's pretty much the same size as Bumblebee. So I'll just do that for the sake of, review, so everybody can see that. And if you take it off, this is Fitor basically, and the wings are a little too big. But if you made the wings smaller and had the arms kind of shuttle back, he would be Fitor. And so you can see without the extra nose cone, he's exactly the same size. I mean, look at that. So yeah, he is that. And for the sake of clarity, we are done. And we will go to the final thoughts. And let's get another shot of him, and we'll be right back. So overall, should you get a Machine Robo figure from Action Toys? Yes, if you're a fan of Gobots. Yes, if you're a fan of Machine Robo, and you should get him without question. He is absolutely the best of them all. And when I say not the best as being like he's the best made of them, I'm just saying overall because of the character, because of his relation to the main character. Getting him is going to, just make your day. And I just got to say that I like him. I'm glad I purchased him. I've been wanting Blue Jet, like all the other ones that came out. I've been wanting Blue Jet. So, I got him and I'm pretty much pleased. So yeah, pick him up. I think he is $44. I don't remember how much I paid for him. It's sad when you don't remember how much you pay for a toy because you buy so many, you know what I mean? But I think, actually he's $39.99. So, I would get him, and there are a few others in stock that are in stock. Also, they are, pretty much hard to find, but he's a main character. After a while, he's going to be gone, and I think he's probably going to go up in value along with like how Drillers went up in value. So pick him up. So yeah, this is the Machine Robo number 11 Blue Jet, and I'm glad to pick him up. And I want to thank everybody for watching my video. Of course, I'm Super Robot Ed, and also please check on my live streams. I do retro live streaming, multi shumps on Friday and Saturday nights. You never know what you're going to get. I have a multitude of systems, and just pop on in and just say hi, and leave a like, subscribe, and share. Other than that, peace.